It was the hottest ticket in Tinseltown, an invite to one of Sean Diddy Combs' infamous white parties. But what happened after many of the A-list celebs went home will now be the subject of a headline-grabbing court battle next week. And it's fair to say there's a few famous faces who will be a little worried.
These are very serious felonies that he faces.
The allegations against Sean Diddy Combs are dark and salacious. Prosecutors say the evidence is damning.
He's accused of forcing at least 3 women to engage in sex acts with him and at times with male prostitutes during parties known as freak-offs.
The freak-offs, there will be footage of that played in court as well.
The 55-year-old is accused of using his power and influence to sexually abuse women, but he maintains he's done nothing wrong, paving the way for an explosive court showdown. For decades, Sean Diddy Combs was the entertainment industry. That is why his star has prime position on the Walk of Fame here in Hollywood. A mogul across music, fashion, liquor, you name it. And now his trial is set to lift the lid on a world normally shielded from public view.
Well, the Sean Diddy Combs, in particular these parties, he was famous for giving some of the most star-studded parties in the music industry.
Do you reckon the celebrity world's a little bit nervous here?
Yes, I can imagine there's a lot of anxiety.
Happy birthday to me.
An invite to Diddy's white parties was the hottest ticket in Tinseltown.
Everyone wanted to go.
Actors, athletes and entertainment executives all now distancing themselves because what happened after the white parties has led to Combs facing life behind bars. Entertainment reporter Shagun Odolowu spoke to A Current Affair from New York.
What everyone is saying is that when the clock struck midnight or a little bit past midnight, the party shifted and they went home and other things took off.
Prosecutors allege Combs would organise what he called freak-offs, those sexual after-parties now at the centre of the trial. Prosecutors claim they have evidence Combs kidnapped his alleged victims and would drug and threaten women to force them into taking part. The former rapper's been hit with 5 charges, including sex trafficking by force and transportation for purposes of prostitution. Women and men allegedly coerced to join in, sometimes for days, as Diddy would direct and film with or without their consent. Ariba Martin is an award-winning civil rights attorney.
The evidence is very damaging and could lead to convictions that would result in substantial prison time.
This disturbing security tape showing Combs allegedly beating then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a LA hotel room in 2016 will serve as a key piece of evidence. Defence lawyers unsuccessfully tried to keep the clip out of the trial, arguing it had been manipulated and doesn't show evidence of any sexual wrongdoing. Prosecutors claim Ventura was trying to sneak out of a room that had recently been used for a freak-off. The former R&B singer, who dated Combs for 10 years, will be the star witness against her former lover.
Reed, this will be the bombshell testimony. Cassie will be confronting her alleged abuser.
Combs has been held in a New York prison since his arrest mid-last year. He's desperately fought to be released on bail, even offering to put up $76 million surety, but the judge refused.
Primarily based on prosecutors' allegations that Combs has violated the rules and regulations of the detention center where he is, that he has used the phone privileges of other inmates to contact witnesses and to contact individuals that he should not have contact with, that he's engaged in witness intimidation and harassment.
An all-female team of prosecutors will argue for Combs' conviction, led by Maureen Comey, the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, and one of the lawyers who helped secure a conviction against Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell. The ex-rapper's lawyers will argue the alleged victims were not forced into anything. In a statement last month, they described the accusers as former long-term girlfriends who were involved in consensual relationships. Sean Diddy Combs always dressed sharp, and during the trial, the judge allowed his legal team's request for the accused sex trafficker to wear civilian clothes rather than prison orange.
they're going to try and use his clothing or the outfits that he wears to depict a man that's just like you or me or anyone else in the jury.
It's a technique used when the Menendez brothers were on trial in the 1990s. The convicted parent killer's lawyers dressed them in pastel sweaters to try and soften their image. This week, Combs was in court sporting grey hair as the 12 men and women who will decide his fate were locked in. At one point, the former entertainment mogul told the judge he was a little nervous.
It's been a circus. Surely it's going to be hard to find an impartial juror here.
The question is finding jurors who are willing to set aside whatever preconceived notions they may have and who will follow strictly the judge's instructions in terms of listening just to the facts in that particular case and following the law that will be presented by the courts.
And the trial in New York could last as long as 2 months.